Hi, it's Sharon Corsaro. It is October 20th, 2023. I just got done doing my laundry, so I'm a little, and it's late. It's after 9 at night. I just had such a profound, well, I mean, it's kind of a funny word to use, but I just had a moment of an encounter that took place, and this woman that I met, and I was just in the car, and I just started crying over this moment, and I decided that I'm going to try and make a video right now. My head was like out of. So okay, why the crying? I just met this young woman who is a lot younger than me, and she's just a powerhouse, but she's angry, and she's got a huge fight in her, and she's gruff, and she's really attractive, really beautiful, but really gruff. And I had a problem, and she helped me with it, and in the end I ended up just starting to just talk with her, and it turned into quite a teachable moment and a really great connection. And I step away, so then I finished my laundry. I met the whole family, like I'm all pals with them now, and it's wonderful. And I was like, okay, I gotta finish my laundry, and so I pulled away from them and did my folding and everything, and I was sitting in the car, and I was ready to go, and I'm so struck by this because I have so much. I'm on the other end from where she is, and I have so much I would love to teach this woman. I have so much wisdom and power that I would love to teach this woman, and it gave me a pause, like, my God, like I'm trying to put words to, I'm trying to see what it was I felt. It was like, I felt like the overwhelm of, there's like millions of people in her shoes that are the powerful woman who's been beaten down, does not know her power at all, does not understand who she is, does not realize that she's a powerhouse, and how it's the result of a world that has been terrified of feminine power, didn't understand it, beat us into the ground trying to stomp us out, and it's tragic. It's not how it's supposed to be. It never should have been that way. And so part of my tears was like, my God, just feeling the grief for the whole, for the collective, for the whole of the world, for all of the women, for all of us who were powerhouse women but never knew it. And so here is me, lived this life. I'm on the other end of life, and I'm like, I have so much knowledge now. I have so much wisdom. I have so much to teach. And I'm like, I'm tired. My God, and then I meet someone like that, and so it turns out she was with her daughter. I couldn't believe it was her daughter. And so I had a chat, I had a long talk, actually, it turned into, with both of them. And I just was like, oh my God, I could teach you for months. Like, I could do like major, like, life transformation teaching with you and millions of other people in your shoes, because I've been there, because I know the journey of being a very powerful female that now the people around were not going to allow that to be, and tried to convince me and brainwash me, or, I mean, I don't feel that actually with me, but it was with her. But the society, and I don't say any of this to point a finger at anybody. It's the society. It's the world of the world not knowing how to. It's the coming out of a man's run, or a world run by the masculine. I won't say even men, but it's men. But a world that was run by the masculine, and the feminine had a certain role she was supposed to play. And we're in it's like 100-year cycle of this transforming us out of, sorry, something on my wrist there, transforming us as a collective, as a society, out of this masculine dominated world. I would say it's like 100-year cycle by the time we get to where maybe it's not that long, but to where we get to where we're balanced, where there's balance between the masculine and the feminine. I'm going to sneeze. Where there's an appropriate balance, where there is appropriate respect for the feminine, appropriate respect for the masculine, understanding and respect that there are purposes in both of these roles, and both of these roles need each other. And so this whole toxic masculine, toxic feminine, the whole like narcissistic world that got created out of, it's like it got created out of the rage and the anger and the wrongness of it being, of all of these relations being treated wrong, in wrong ways. So you get this intense anger, rage on a collective scale for the wrongs that have been done. And how do we transform that? But bringing it down to the individual person, how do we get it? I mean, this is the challenge, is to get it from allowing people, hold on, please. To get it from having it be where you're just totally run over, you're abused and used and run over, and so then you create this like massive fire and fight is in you, and you're like chopping off heads everywhere you turn because it was warranted. Because you were treated so bad. There's no boundaries, people abusing, using, abusing, and horribleness. And so then that's the reactionary behavior, which can go on for decades. It can go on for whole lifetimes. And my desire, my wish, my goal, my prayer for us as society is that we can figure out, I'm going to have to close this because somebody I think wants in here, that we can figure out, my prayer is that, but it's more than a prayer. It's that, like, I have like major teaching. Like there's major teaching to do to help people, to handhold and help people come out of being used and abused and tormented and pushed down, and learn how to own your power, learn how to embody that to the degree that there's certain things that just don't even get to be in your world. Like, it's like, oh, you're going to try and talk to me like that? Well, okay, never mind. We don't speak then. And you go and find a different world to be in because you don't belong in mine. To get to where we have that much power, empowered, where we know how to love ourselves. We know how to respect ourselves. We know how to draw lines. We know how to say, that behavior doesn't exist in my world, and if that's who you are, you don't exist in my world. To get to where it's that, instead of fighting against the wrongs. My God, this is huge. This is huge. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to teach. There's a lot to unpack in this, because we deserve to learn how to treat ourselves correctly, and therefore through how we treat ourselves, then we teach others how, by our behavior. It is like dictated. It's determined how it's okay to treat us. But when we didn't have an example of that, and the world decided that they were going to try and stomp us out, oh my God, no, doesn't work. Oh my God, this recording is very long. I'm going to have to cut this. Wow. This is a lot. I'm going to have to, I want to come back to this. I want to come back to it and try and unpack this for the learning of how to love and respect self, and how to not even allow those who want to treat us with total disregard, disrespect, and just stomp all over us and beat the hell out of us, emotionally, and then think that they're going to come back. No, you don't ever get to be in my world. And to learn how to gain that kind of a position, to learn how to even realize that I have permission to have that position, to realize that I have permission to say, no, I don't care if we were in a relationship, I don't care if we grew up together. If you're going to act that way, you don't come in my world. We're not friends, we're not family, we're not whatever it is. If that behavior that is old behavior that I have grown out of, that I've risen from, that I've done the massive work internally to love myself and respect myself and realize that certain behaviors completely don't belong. If I can do that work and rise myself, then I have absolute purview to disallow ones who do behave that way, in those ways, in abusive ways, in disrespect and dishonoring and disrespecting. Dishonoring, my God, they're like a million miles from honoring. They're a million miles away from honoring. There's this it's like a consciousness of that, well, this is how it is. And it is a consciousness. It's ancient. And it is a consciousness of, oh, you're the slave, you're the one that I beat into the ground, and you take everything I throw at you, and you come and kiss my ass and say, what can you do for me? Oh no. Nothing even remote, like we're like trillions of miles away from that. But that is existing in this world. It is existing, and it's a place to recognize that we have permission to completely walk away from. We have permission to completely walk away from that. Amen. I think I'm going to cut it right there. What is this on? Oh my goodness. Okay. God bless. This is Sharon Corsaro. And I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to talk about this more. Amen. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.